Yes, that's all of them.
There we go. We got that done, and we got a big experience now. Now, people expect that because I'm level 3, and then this is the level zone here, and that my quest marker does not show that I should be going to, you know, this area here, or this area up here, or something else like that. I should be leaving this area. Well, that's kind of bullshit. You can go to any of these other areas pretty simply here. Now, since I haven't completed the main quest, I can't go outside of my starting zone. That is true. You have like the Glenumbra areas here, which are for Daggerfall Covenant, all the way through here. You have the Ebonheart zones here, which I can't go into. And we have Cyrodiil. With Cyrodiil, I can't go into this until I select a campaign, and I am level 10 at least. There is restrictions on that, I understand that. But most of that is more just entry-level stuff here. And again, if you're looking at these other areas, you cannot get to these other areas until you're veteran level. But one of the reasons they're doing that is because you're currently running through a entire quest line about your alliance. And you're kind of getting melded into that. And really, a lot of these zones here, I mean, they're larger than most of Skyrim and some of these other ones here. So you are absolutely able to get to a lot of these areas that you couldn't even imagine. Now, how do you get there? There's a couple ways. One way is guilds. Guilds, if anyone's in your faction, you can always right-click them. Like this guy's in Grantwood here, right? And look, travel the player. It's not going to cost me a dime to fall behind this guy and get to the same area that he was in, okay? So this is going to load up. It's going to put me into Grantwood, which is the second area that I'm going to have. How you doing, White Boar? Yes, you will have to transfer. Okay, the question was, will you have to buy the? We have to buy the game on console to transfer it over. And yes, the question is going to be an absolute yes on that. Think about it this way: Sony and Microsoft are going to get their due, and when you buy it on their the money's going to the company. Part of the money's also going to these other ones here. What is the best horse in the... Oh, sorry. If you buy a console, you transfer it... Yeah, you can transfer your account over. Iceman, what is the best horse in the game? Well, the best horse in the game right now is whatever you think the best looking horse is. Because all these now are skins. The stables have riding skills. So all you have to do is have one horse. Now, if you have Imperial Edition, you can easily just go ahead and hit U, which brings you into your collections. Go to your mount, and then say that, hey, this is my main horse. And now this will pop up, and you can now ride this horse around. Now, my goal is going to be getting over to Malbator here. So, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put a waypoint marker here, and then travel along the road here. And we're going to have a nice little relaxing ride while I answer some questions here in chat. And just showing off, though, that hey, I'm a low-level character. I haven't completed most of the quests in the lower-level zones yet. Hey, I'm able to get anywhere I want to inside this. Yes. Oh, and it should also be mentioned the transfer from PC to console is a copy. The reason that's kind of important there as well is any of your stuff here will be taken over onto the other side with your items, your abilities, your your leveling and all that other stuff there. However, okay, you'll still have an active account on the PC. All your stuff will still be on the PC. It's just simply a copy over into that other section, okay?
Hello there. Here you can see the ruins of Leiloria.
All right, keep on going, keep on going. But anyway, so it's going to be a copy over. You still be able to access all your stuff in there. It's that's at least the current way that they're talking about doing it. And additionally, it's going to be like entirely two entirely separate things there as well. Oh, and just to show off as well, we got traveling merchants here as well you can talk to. Hello there.
I don't make many sales here.
So you can see here, now we can just take our stuff here, sell it off. So important to notice as well, like you have about two options here. One is to go ahead and there we go. One option you have is to craft and break things down. Another option is to sell off and make some money. If you sell off and make some money, you can be making some good money here without actually having to steal anything, okay? But at the same time, if you if you want to do some crafting, you may want to do some other stuff there. What I recommend for most people that are first doing this as well is possibly breaking down the greed items to green, blue, and purple items. Those give a lot of experience to some of those things. Almost took a wrong turn there. But those give a lot of experience, and as long as you take some of those items and break those down, but sell off the white items and sometimes the green items, you're going to be getting a lot of gold, and you're also going to be a lot of experience toward that crafting too. So keep that in mind as well. How you doing, Nervex? And yes, the cat wants your soul. Now again, guys, we're going all the way to level 40 zone. I could easily, you could easily ask somebody in zone as well to give you a port. Oh, nope, that's the wrong way there. And with that port, you'd be able to go in and access any zone that you want as well. A lot of people from the RP guild that I belong to, Blue Skooma Roleplaying, you can find that at blueskooma.com. They have places up in Reaper's March, as well as the Green Shade and Malbator, which will be up here in a minute. Okay, we'll come up through there. Let's just tag this here. Now, if we die, we'll always go to the closest way shrine. But this is nice here, so now I can travel back to here if I need to as well. Oh. Also to note though as well, since I'm in an area here that's a little bit higher than me, some of the chests might be a little bit higher, but you can still use them. Now, opening lockpicking chests and all that stuff. This is probably one of the funnest things I have in the game here as well. At least one of the funnest things I find, at least. And as you can see there, we open up a skill as soon as we do our first lockpick or our first pickpocket or something like that. But I like going to the world here, exploring, finding new things. And just the fact that I can go in here and find, like, hey, here's a chest. And just like in the middle of nowhere, and then just lockpick it, get the contents out. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome to me. And they spawn random places and all that stuff too. DJ Nervous and Shadowfall Rising. Thank you for the follows, guys. Yeah. Alright, here again. We're going to be heading up north here and trying to get over into Reaper's March. So again, I'm like a low level 7 here. Heading all the way to Reaper's March, which is level 40. Alright. So now we're in Malbator. Now this is going to be a higher level zone. It is dangerous in here for us as well. We could easily be one-shot by some of the enemies. But most times when you're sticking to the main roads, especially the ones that are shown to you on the road here or on the map, you're pretty good off. I mean, it's very hard to get yourself into a situation where you're going to be like killed on sight.
Explain once more why running was the best idea.
And sometimes you have these little encounters here.
If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well head back.
And as you can see, it gives a little buffs there, like stamina up by 5%. Ah, yes, and if you're wondering about the application there, it's called Face Rig. I have it down in my description on my Twitch page here. As well as some descriptions on why I use it and how I use it. Okay, Raz. You can rush by me as I come up here and hopefully don't get myself killed. Just a few people in stream just saying hello and saying they're going to come by and say, come and get me. Now, as you can see here, we got level 35s and other big nasties here that can kill us if we're not careful. But again, the aggro radius on these things is not too terrible. Usually, again, state of the road, you're pretty safe. And if you're having more trouble than this, just ask a friend to get you to an area if you want to get someplace, you know. You can usually also tell the temperament of the animal as you highlight over them that these are yellow.
Who the hell would follow this shit? Who the hell would
Oh,
follow
Probes Gone
this
Wild. Thank you much
shit?
for the follow, man. And Mufasa Jr. Thank you much for the follow.
Who the
And
hell
Army
would follow
Assistant.
this shit?
Jeez. You guys just come in like a rush. Alright. So now we're facing some tougher enemies here. We're gonna have to sneak our way by. Typically with stuff like this, you know that they're gonna be around this area here. But we're gonna take the low road here. And if we face any major enemies, we can go rush into the water here. Like I think this is the roughest area here to do it on the thing, to try getting up through here. And almost every area inside of Cyrodiil has these type of roads that you can get up to. So you got the merchant there. We're still going, still going, still going.
Over here. I need you. Give it back, you sorry excuse for a walking rug.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just getting out of there. I'm doing Mufasa. If you're having crashing issues, make sure you keep your close your launcher. Make sure you don't have anything else running in the background. Like me, for instance, try to make sure your freaking antivirus isn't running at a freaking midnight time frame or something like that. Don't stream. Probably is another thing that would probably help with that. because of the amount of overhead that it takes on that. But there's other tweaks as well. Also, if you have any add-ons on and you're using stuff that's out of date, make sure that you turn that stuff off once in a while and see if that helps improve the stability. I mean, certain mods, since they're not made by the major company, do have issues. And you have to make sure you're careful with some of them because they don't code them right at times. And sometimes they take shortcuts that affect your performance, but just lets them do it a little bit easier on their end too. Okay, so now we're in Reaper's March, which is the last area in our side of our alliance that we can get to. We get this one? Yeah, we got this reshrine, okay. And our centralized location here is Rocklaw, okay? I'm going to see if I can get myself down there doing some quick movements here as well. It's going to be a little bit rough, but we'll probably be okay. Again, we're going to go off the beaten path for some of this stuff, okay? Luckily, these guys are all fighting each other, so I don't have to do too much sneaking through this area in particular. Okay. Now, the important thing is if you're in an area that you're really too low level or quote unquote to be in because you might be one shot or something like that. Just make sure you take your time, look down before you jump into some place, and then move as you need to. See, I see those guys over here. I come up here. I have a pretty good knowledge of most of the stuff in Reaper's March, so I can prevent myself from getting into trouble. It's a lot of the time. Like around trees, I know that there's spriggans and all this other stuff there. Question sometimes remains on how to get through some of this other stuff. But remember, everything has aggro radiuses. Even though you're low level, they're not that far. They're not that increased that you're going to get one shot each time you do this. Now you have the steed up here, which I'm going to try to get to because steed is kind of nice, especially at low levels, because it helps you run around faster. But it has a lot of shit around it here. Yeah, I'm dead here, but I'll still get it. Oh no, I didn't get it here. Damn. Now you saw there as well that I no longer have the free resurrection there. I have to have the different soul gems to get up, but that's sometimes what it is. As you can see here, though, since I died close enough and did a way shrine, I died right up in here. I just automatically went right down there.
Who the hell would follow this shit?
Racemo Malazzo, Rambo, and Feng Swu. They went to the follow guys. I'm gonna go back down here, see if I can get up into that one last time. Because that would be a nice one to have. It's just the trouble of getting in close enough to it and not aggroing those wisps when I do that. I will mention, though, that the one thing that, like, MMOs rarely, like, you know, give me a jump scare. These freaking crocodiles, though, in the freaking water. Fuck. Look, you can't even see that person until you're hovering over it. Ugh. Gives me a startle every time I see it, and it's like, oh wait.
I told you to keep your head down.
Okay, you got a wisp mother there. See, look before you jump. If I need to, I can easily run away as well. But I'd like to get myself out of that, if I can help it. You see nothing. The other problem here is that the water here is so shallow, you can't use it as a way to get away from some of these mobs. Luckily, though, there is gaps in their perimeter, it seems. So now we're going to get the seed here. Yep, I accept that Stein. So now we got the steed, which is going to improve our movement speed. And now, just to show everything all over again, go into your stuff here. Let's see if we got somebody that's low level in some of these other areas here. Benifone. This person's at Naradon. I'll try one of them. And that's how you move around pretty easily inside of ESO, even in the level 40 zones as well. I could have also traveled over to Cold Harbor, which is a zone that you unlock through a quest, just traveling on player like that as well. But I was going to just leave it for later anyways. Alright guys.